Hello and welcome to Aud Talks Pens. Today I will be talking about the Monteverde Regatta Mother of Pearl. This is the limited edition, and this is a dark Mother of Pearl. I think this is so pretty. I really love this material. And it has gunmetal trim. I bought this pen with a flex nib, but I wasn't really happy with it. I thought it wrote just fine, but flex nibs aren't really my thing, was what I learned through that experience. And now I have bought a broad nib from Monteverde to see if I will use this pen more. I did use it a bit with the flex nib as well because it did write just fine, but I think I will use it more now. It has a smooth and functional clip, the Monteverde logo on one finial, and the other finial sort of looks like what you tie your boat to on the dock. And this is because this has a magnetic closing, and you can put the cap on the back like this, and of course it has to fit. It's quite satisfying to open and close, as I've said with magnetic closing pens before, so I have to watch myself not to use it as a fidget toy. Personally, I find the shape of this pen to be a little strange. I think it looks great like this, but once I take the cap off, I think the grip section is just tiny. But of course, I like larger grip sections. This one at the narrowest is about 8 millimeters, which is not enough for me to hold on to, and 10 at the largest. It's made of metal, which means it's a little heavier than other pens I have. This one has a little bit of ink in it, but not that much. And it weighs almost 52 grams with a little bit of ink in it. I forgot to do a size comparison in my previous video, so I'll do it here. This, I think, is a better angle to get an accurate representation. So here is a Lamy All-Star, and here is the Pen Lux, the last pen I reviewed. And as you can see, the Pen Lux and the Monteverde are comparable in size when they are capped. And then I forget, of course, that it's a magnetic closing cap. But the grip sections are really different. And also the Pen Lux is longer. So seeing as the Pen Lux is pretty much the perfect size for me, I don't think this is a perfect pen for me, but I do think it is really pretty, and I still enjoy writing with it, just not for very long writing sessions, and it's not the pen I use the most. But it does look fantastic with gray, blue, purple inks in it. I don't think I put green in it yet, but I absolutely could, because it does have lots of different colors in the shell material. I would say that this is a medium wet nib, and I think that's fine. And now, of course, it leaks because I recently flew with it. It doesn't usually leak, I just have to say. This is because of ink being pushed out when flying. Because the grip section is a little bit small, I can feel myself sort of just pinching quite hard when I write for a while. But I have gotten used to it because it's not a new pen, so I have used it enough so that I don't pinch as much as I used to. And also this grip section is quite slippery. It's made of metal and it's quite slippery. I wish it had a wider bit at the end. The pen is on the heavier side for a fountain pen, so it does lie comfortably in the hand. As I said, I recently went flying. I went to Reykjavik to attend the Pride celebration there and volunteer. And one of my favorite posters was from the roller derby club. Skates, don't hate. They looked like they had a lot of fun rolling on skates through the parade, and they were a very diverse group. I mean, if I were their age, I would join in an instant. And maybe I would even learn how to ride on skates. Probably. A great Audre Lorde quote: "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid." It does look like it's drying out. That was also an issue with the flex nib, so I don't think it's the nib, I think it's the pen or the filling system. This is what we all enjoy about fountain pens, isn't it? Having blue, red, or purple fingers all the time, or whatever color you use. Yes, it has leaked a little bit on the inside. I will often bring vac filling pens or my Opus 88s when I'm traveling because they are flight safe. But you can travel with any pen really, as long as you keep it nib up so that the air doesn't get trapped behind the ink, because when the air expands, then it will push the ink out of the pen. I think these materials are beautiful. I also like the regatta model that is yellow and black. It reminds me of a bumblebee, which I don't know if it's intentional, but I do think that one's very pretty as well. But I won't buy another one of these because the grip section is simply too small for me. Yeah, see, now the ink is back where it should be. So, all in all, I would recommend this pen to someone who prefers thinner grip sections. I think it works well for a variety of different hand sizes because it has a little bit of weight to it. Then it doesn't feel small, even though it isn't a very large pen. I really appreciate the work that went into designing it, because I think it's, as I said, really beautiful. And though I don't really see the regatta ship sea sort of inspiration other than in this end, I think that's quite charming. I appreciate that it has a magnetic closure so that it's quick if you need to take notes or use it in settings where screwing and unscrewing a cap will be impractical. I really like the Monteverde inks. I don't have that many of them, but I really like the ones that I have. For example, Wisdom and Blue Skies. They are really good. And often if I get a Monteverde sample, I will buy a bottle because I like their inks. This ink is 3 Oysters Peacock Blue. And as you could see, this is a cartridge converter filling pen. And I think that's a good filling system, particularly for those of us who like to switch up our inks quite often. Then I will rather bring a pen with a larger ink capacity for if I need to travel and I can only bring a limited number of pens. And I will probably not go flying with this again, unless I can make absolutely sure that it will be stored in the right way. And even though I think the grip section is a little bit slippery, I know that it varies a lot from person to person if it will feel that way, and the rest of the pen is not slippery, except for this end, which you don't really hold. I hope that this review was helpful or entertaining, and I would love it if you left a like or a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts about this brand, this model of pen, if you have any other favorites in the same material, because I would love a differently shaped pen in the same material. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.